Welcome to my interview series, Pop the Hood. In each episode, I'll be introducing you to a fellow car enthusiast so you can learn all about them and their ride. All right, so today we are going to be interviewing Josh in his R34 GTR. What's up, Josh? This car is loud. All right, today we are here with Josh. What's up, Josh?
Hey, how's it going?
And Josh, what do you do for a job, man?
I am a JDM importer. I'm actually co-owner of Trap Team.
Well, that sounds like a fun job. How did you get into this?
I was a mechanic all my life, tinkering with cars. This became an idea when we saw what kind of quality cars they were offering out there. We decided we could do it a little better. And me and a business partner, we put our skills together and started this business.
Well, I've definitely heard a lot about you guys. It's actually my first visit to your warehouse, but it's very overwhelming, quite a bit to look at. How long have you owned this particular one?
I've had this car for about 5 years.
Okay, and what are we looking at?
We're looking at a 2000 R34 GTR.
All right, and did you buy it completely stock? Did you modify everything yourself?
Well, this car we actually bought for inventory to offer to some customers, but unfortunately, like some cars do, this one came with a bad engine. We looked at the car over, it looked like it was an old race car, so we decided maybe this would be a project car that we can slap a motor into. So we had a motor prepared on the side, and we just started putting it together.
So you didn't really choose this, more it kind of just fell in your lap and you just loved it?
Well, yeah, you know, being in the business, I saw the car, I fell in love with it, I decided maybe I wanted one too, so yeah, it kind of fell in my lap.
Okay, and is this your first personal Skyline?
Yeah, this is my first personal Skyline. I'm really an RX-7 guy. I had a lot of RX-7s and all kinds of various cars before this. But yeah, my first Skyline. That's
awesome. And I, too, am also a big FD3S fan. That is one of my top 3 favorite JDM cars. So timeless body.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to talk about the modifications. We're going to start from the front. If you want to just work your way from the hood on down.
So what we got here, we have R-Tune hood from Nismo, Nismo front bumper. Just Z-Tune front bumper, factory lip. Yeah.
All right, coming around the sides.
We've got Z-Tune fenders as well.
Yeah, anybody who's not familiar with Z-Tune, there you go right there. That's a huge difference. All right. Got the stock sides coming around.
Whole side's nice and stock.
Definitely some slight modifications here to the wing.
Got aftermarket carbon fiber high-rise wing with a carbon fiber spoiler to match. All
right, and I think you said you had something here to show off in the trunk?
Yeah, I have my fuel system in here.
Let's take a look at that.
We've got a radium surge tank, 2 Bosch 044s.
Very clean install.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure to not cut too many holes into the car and kind of keep it mostly stock, so I kind of just mounted that in there like that.
Looks good. Everybody likes a clean install. Shows a lot of love for the vehicle. All right, so do you have any future plans for the car?
Well, right now I need to finish painting the car. We put the Z-Tune front end on it. The whole front clip was painted. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten to the rear section yet, but that's coming soon. Okay.
Do you have a favorite thing about the car?
My favorite thing about the car is obviously the noise this thing makes. It's pretty incredible.
Yes, we have gone for a couple drives together, and I will say this car drowns out everything else on the road. Even when we first did our little intro and you pulled up, I think everybody got a little taste for the kind of sound it can make.
Yeah, it can get a little loud sometimes.
Okay, and let's see, that's what about favorite and least favorite things about the car? Is it just the sound for both of them?
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, the sound's great and everything, but sometimes the sound gets to be a little bit much. So yeah, I would say my least favorite thing about the car is also the sound. I guess it's something that you like to turn on and off sometimes, but you really can't.
It is what it is. All right, here's a curveball for you. Do you remember how or when we met?
Well, we've been to a few meets and things, but I think the first time we met is possibly Tuner Evo when we brought out the NSXR. I think you were helping me get up a ramp or something, and I realized who you were. Yes,
okay, I do remember that. So I was working the 2019 Tuner Evo show in Wynwood, and they showed up with their NSX. That is right over here to my right. and there was a ramp that they needed to clear to come in, and it just was not really going to happen. So I think we ended up just parking the car right outside the ramp and made everybody come to it. All right, so we've also done a couple nice drives. We had our little Wang An midnight when we were part of the JDM showcase at Cars and Coffee, West Palm Beach. We ended up meeting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning for that drive. We had the highway all to ourselves. That was probably one of the most fun drives I've ever had. We had you with your 34. We had Brett over here with one of the Supras. It was quite the drive. So Josh, let me hit you with some rapid fire, man. Give me your favorite motor.
My favorite motor, 2JZ, obviously.
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 Even though we're sitting here looking at this.
The RB's great, but the 2J, they did it right the first time. It's just that's really the unbreakable engine, I'd say.
I'm a fan of both. I can't lie. Give me your least favorite motor.
That's a tough one. Probably anything BMW, I think.
Okay, did something happen?
I've worked on them for many years, and I just think they don't have the best quality going on in those bays.
Okay. Do you have a favorite wheel?
My favorite wheel is the 3-piece work equip. I actually own a set. I have an IS300 parked at home sitting on them. It's still my favorite wheel.
Well, I love work wheels. Fantastic. I love the equip. Give me your first mod to this car.
I wouldn't call it a modification, I guess. Since it showed up with a bad engine, we just had to pull it right out of there. So that would be the very first modification we did to this car, was just take it right apart.
Right, because it showed up and it had a blown motor. So smart thing, and pull it out, rebuild it. All right, and let me see, what's your most recent mod you done?
My most recent mod, I have quite big cams in this car, so I was having problems with vacuum and my brake booster. So what I actually did was added a vacuum pump to help with that, and it actually works great. It's the last mod I did.
And if I was not driving this R34 GTR, I would be driving?
I would be driving a 3rd Gen RX-7 FD3S for sure.
Yes, fantastic choice. Awesome, man. All right, I wanted to do their own segment because of these wheels. So tell me about these Nismo wheels, man.
These are the flat black LM GT4s. They're square, 18 by 10.5 plus 15 offset all the way around. They're wrapped in Michelin 265 Pilot Super Sports. We've also got the endless brakes all the way around, so this thing definitely stops like a monster.
It sure definitely looks like it does.
More than enough brake for the street.
All right, we're gonna take a look under the hood. What do we got here, Josh?
We've got an RB26 with an HKS stroker assembly. It's 2.8 liter, forged pistons, forged rods. We've got Tomei 280 duration cams with 10.9 inch lift. We've also got some Greddy cam gears here in the front. Nitto cover for the front, and we've also got Nismo oil cap.
All right.
ID 2000 injectors, CPC fuel rail with a custom CPC intake manifold. It's all carbon fiber. Got a tile blow-off valve. Custom catch can.
All right, something that definitely caught my eye. We got the Yamasaki bottle. Explain, repurposed for.
Well, you know, I see a lot of guys running Monster energy drinks or things like that, and I wanted something a little more legit. So we really enjoy our Yamazaki here, and we got one of our old bottles and made a cooling catch out of it.
That is probably my favorite thing about the car. When I was in Japan, I got to try my first shot of Yamasaki, and when I came back to the States, I bought a bottle, and it is sitting there just waiting for the perfect moment. This is probably the coolest thing I've seen with anybody doing with a bottle, so props to you for that idea.
Yeah, it's functional. I've got it all AM fitting out. So.
You sure do.
Yeah, I do.
That's badass, man. I like the titanium piping.
Yeah, titanium piping was all done by K-Fab here in South Florida. He did a really great job for us, as well as the catch can.
All right, let's move over here to, what do we got, some coilovers?
We've got an Aragosta, a set of Aragosta coilovers. Those are real popular in the top secret cars, and we got a set for this one as well.
All right, and the strut bar?
Strut bar is a Mine strut bar, all titanium as well to match my piping.
Very nice. All right, let's talk about the turbo.
So we've got an HKS T51R here. It's got all the goodies on it. You see the HKS plate in the back. This is a very nostalgic turbo. It makes very special sounds. I know a lot of you guys probably know what it sounds like. I'm really happy to be running it. It's not the most modern turbo, but it's
period correct.
It's very period correct, and it sounds great, so we run it. We've got my power steering reservoir there. That can was actually provided by Works Engineering out of Canada.
All right, looking good. Good placement. More titanium piping, got the air filter here. And what do we got up here?
We've got a Mines cooling plate, just to finish it off.
All right. Got that nice shiny GTR emblem and a front mount down here.
Custom 4-inch.
Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take a look inside. All right, Josh, tell me what I'm looking at.
We're looking at a Nismo cluster, AEM wideband to your right to match my AEM standalone. Got the quick release, Nardi steering wheel. Also got factory GTR pedals.
All right, now you guys can't really tell, I'm sorry about the lighting, but there is the R logo is actually on the clutch and the brake down there.
We've got Nismo mid logo floor mats.
Period correct,
Very
mid logo,
correct, yeah.
yes.
Also,
Now we're gonna go over to the center console here for anybody who hasn't seen that center console, and then we'll go over to this nice shift knob. Tell me about this.
we've got the Mine shift knob, full titanium, feels great.
Beautiful. All right, we got that JDM road flare over there on the side.
It's mandatory.
Mandatory. The only thing missing is a fire extinguisher, but we'll have a talk about that. All right, about these seats.
Factory seats, got some OMP harnesses on there as well.
OMP harnesses on both sides. Look at that. And then something that definitely worth talking about. Tell me about this.
It's got a Dulux floor brace on the floor there.
Dulux floor brace and the matching mid logo Nismo carpets in the rear.
Gotta have them front and back.
Take a look. Beautiful piece. All right, Josh, your time to shine. Give me your shout outs, your thank yous.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my dog Gucci. She inspires me every day to do better. I'd also like to thank all my colleagues here at Trap Team. They work really hard just so that we can have all this for you guys. I'd also like to thank Tuned by Lance. He gave me a great tune on this car. He's definitely the best for AEM. K-Fab, he's here in South Florida. He gave you guys all that awesome titanium work. It looks really good in there. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Kyle with South Florida 240SX and Skyline.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for sharing your car with me.
Cool, man.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for daily content. Follow me on Instagram at SFL240SX. I'll see you in the next video.